Hello. Well, can I say me time is something that I believe everyone needs more of. No matter what your profession, no matter what your stage of life, only good things come from making more time for you. And I have learned that crochet is the perfect activity to embrace me time with. So today, I want to share with you how you can use crochet for me time and get the most out of it. You'll also get some simple action steps that we can take to embrace more time, or more effective time with your crochet. So if you're wondering who I am Siona, and I am your crochet mentor and leader of the Hooked on Crochet Club. And this is episode 1 of my crochet mentor series, a crochet and chat, where I crochet, obviously, and I chat with you about topics it will help you get more joy from crochet and find more of your inner peace. So the intent of this series is to help you get out of your own way so that you can make more time for crochet and the things in life that are going to bring you joy. Now, joy is, I'm distracted here, joy is one of my motivating words. And I've learned the hard way, how important it is to make time for myself and fill my own cup first. So I created this series as a way to help you, my audience, and my Hooked on Crochet Club members to give you more permission to do the same for yourself. So I'm here to inspire you and guide you. If you're a member of the Hooked on Crochet Club, then you're already in a step, or you're already a step or two ahead, because you've heard me many times give you permission to give yourself the time you need for you. And now I'm reaching further and I'm stepping into my higher power and sharing my message with everyone. And I have to say I'm really, really excited for this series, as nothing lights me up more than seeing other women start to put themselves first and recognize their own self-worth. So let me be the person in your corner, the person that is going to encourage you and guide you to be your best self. And because let's face it, we're much nicer people when we do, because I know I am. So this episode today is for you if you always find yourself too busy to allow yourself time for you. You know that crochet is going to bring more joy and peace to your life if you can only get more crochet confident. It is also for you if you're constantly putting everyone else before yourself and just wish you had more time to do the things that bring you joy. And if you're just starting out in crochet and want to learn what the fuss is all about and find reasons to keep on trying, then definitely keep listening. And if you're already a crocheter and want to find more joy from it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you're open to learning new things. Now, this episode will not be for you if you're not interested in finding more time for you. What have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you're not interested in finding any inner peace. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about embracing me time with crochet. We're going to talk about it because I think it is important to carve out personal time for crochet as a form of self-care. So I know the importance of making time for myself and filling my own cup first. So I want to first help you understand what me time is. So for me time is the time you put aside just for you with no other responsibilities. So it's not the everyday, like I crochet every day, but I don't consider that necessarily me time. Me time to me is something that you schedule in that is for more than half an hour. You're not thinking of anything else. I know that's sometimes not avoidable. And it's something that it's either crocheting for something for you. If you're using crochet for your me time, you're crocheting something for you, or you're crocheting something that brings you joy. It's not that time that you're doing to make orders or gifts for other people, unless of course making gifts for people is refreshing to you. But it's something that by the end of it, you're going to feel refreshed and ready to take on the world again. I don't consider me time something that you do every day as part of your everyday routine. I make time for myself every day. That's a given. But to me, that isn't me time. It's not the crochet time that you get on breaks. It's not the crochet time you do in meetings or with kids' appointments. They are important because they are a way of topping up your cup, but I don't find that they are as rejuvenating doing that way. They're definitely important, but they're not the be all and end all, and they're not what I consider me time. Me time is something that you would schedule in and make as a priority for you. So for me, I have my princess days. That is my me time. I have that. I schedule them in for the second Saturday of every month. And the only thing that I would do that out of necessity is feed our animals, because they cannot feed themselves. Unless someone else is here that can do it for me, then that is the only thing I would do that day. I don't prepare meals for myself, and I do whatever takes my fancy. So that for me is me time, and that is what is most rejuvenating. And I think it's important for us to get our me time, because too many of us put ourselves last. We're the ones that are taking on the most of caring for others, whether that is at work or at home. You might have children, older family members, if you're a teacher, nurse, all those sorts of professions where you're constantly caring for others. We need the energy, we need the recharge so that we don't get burnt out. Like, I don't have long holiday breaks because I take care of myself routinely throughout the year. And I think that is valuable and something that I would encourage everyone to do. We make the time regularly so that we don't burn out, so we can keep giving, because let's face it, we all do enjoy that. Well, when we're refreshed, we enjoy that part where we are caring for others, where we are giving. I know that brings me some joy. I love seeing my children raised, but I am a separate person to them. I still need my time. I need my recharge. And it's like that airplane safety message where you're asked to put your oxygen mask on before you put it on, like start helping anyone else. Because if you don't have your mask on, you're more likely to end up the one needing help. So I can't emphasize enough how important it is to put yourself first, because it just makes it so much easier to then go through the day, the week, the month, actually helping other people. And it's the same with crochet and finding time for you. Crochet, for me, it is an important part of my me time, and it is something that always ends up in my princess days, because there is something about that rhythm of the hook and the yarn once you get into it. Yes, if you're cranky and all worked up, then your hook doesn't necessarily work as smoothly. But when you are calm and you are giving yourself that time, then I don't know, the crochet just brings out the better energy in me, better vibes, makes me feel more refreshed. I also find that my recharge gives me more patience. I worked with a life coach for a number of years, and I found like I was doing all the things that people say you need to do to put yourself first. But what I found was that I was just so focused on doing all the things that I wasn't actually focused on how it was making me feel. And it wasn't until I got myself a proper morning routine, found the things that actually calm me most, that I actually really did start to understand the importance of the me time. And I always find it that it's easier. It's easier to help others once you are refreshed. Like, and filling your cup. Like, find that time where it is going to be a benefit to you, whether it's half an hour on a Saturday afternoon or an hour. I do think you need to have at least an hour to be able to really make it truly me time. And if you've got young children, then you will maybe have to embrace. I've got the advantage now of my children all being adults, so it is a little easier for me to find my me time. But even with them as adults, I'm working full time. I am running a business. I'm still running a household. It's still important for me to find my me time. So some ways that you can get that. I think don't leave it until last. So if you plan, if a weekend is all that if you've only got a Saturday, then make it the first thing you do on a Saturday. Don't leave it to the end of the day when you're already ragged and had enough of everybody. Pencil in first. If you have to get up earlier, then so be it. You get up earlier. I like to sleep in on my days. Allow yourself to sleep in. Make a big deal of it. Announce it to everyone. Put it in your calendar. Mine are on my calendar. They're on my yearly planner that I have on the wall outside this room. If you only have a short time, I know that I am lucky at the moment that I can take a whole day out of my entire weekend. But if you've only got that short time, then make the most of it. Pour yourself your favorite drink, whether that's a tea or a coffee or a wine or spirit, whatever it is that is your smoothie, whatever is your drink, your snacks. Just take it outside. Like, I like to sit outside on my patio. My skin doesn't exactly allow me for too long. But schedule it in. Put it in your planner. Put it in your phone. If you've got a shared calendar, put it in there so everyone that is around you knows as well that that is, what am I doing here? The time that is just for you, so that they're less likely to interrupt you. They're more likely to allow you to have that time. And if you are still with young children, teenagers can definitely look after themselves. Young children can as well, to a certain extent. But encourage them to make their me time when you're having your me time. Get them in the habit, so as they become adults, you're teaching them the importance of it for them as well. And then they'll embrace it. They'll be nicer because they won't be as cranky either, because they'll have had that rest time. If you need to, go somewhere. Go out to a park. Go to a cafe. If you can't get the space that you need at home, then go somewhere else. Go and enjoy some time on your own. When I was doing my MBA, so I had a 4 weekly subject, and the subjects would finish on a Thursday and the next one would start on a Friday. So that Friday I would take off from work and I would get the subject set up, and then I would go to a local cafe and I would have breakfast. I would take my book, I would take my crochet, whatever I felt like at the time, and I would sit there and I would enjoy coffee and breakfast all on my own for as long as it took for me to feel that little bit more recharged. If you're more of an extrovert, then maybe you want to be out with friends, and that works too. I'm definitely an introvert, so for me, I need to be without other people. And I need to, like, quite often my princess days will end up with me on the couch in front of Netflix or whatever. I generally try and find a limited series, and I do what I can to watch all of that limited series. In the morning, I might do some other activities, but it will 9 times out of 10 result in me being on the couch with my crochet. And if crochet is what you want to use for embracing your me time, then there are some things that I would recommend as well. So I would find a project that you can do without too much thinking, too much struggle, unless it rejuvenates you to be learning something new or tackling that harder project. I've messed up this. No, I haven't. Or one that will allow you to just go with the flow with the hook and the yarn, one that soothes you. So even if it is just a basic traditional granny, I like to have a little bit more to it, but I'll do that. So one of my recent Princess Day projects has been a top that I'm making for myself, and it's taken me months to make it, but that's okay because I have, like, it's got the memory as well built in of this was my time for me and I've created that gift for me. So find something that is going to actually calm you. Another idea is to find something that you could start and finish in one sitting, because that will encourage you to actually stay doing it, not get distracted by other whims and things that are around you. You can stay focused on that project until you get it done. So washcloths, beanies, squares. Squares are another good one, partly because, like, I used to make them every morning when I was doing less movement. I'm back doing more movement in the morning. But the squares, because they are something, you can build it up over time and you can see that pile grow. Every square represents however many minutes or however many me times that you've spent on yourself. So you've got that as a way to track and keep you accountable for finishing things. Now, if you're not at the point where you are crocheting as confidently as what I am right now, or in a way that you feel that you can do it mindlessly, then use that time instead to build up your confidence. So you could be using that time to learn. That can be rejuvenating, to try something new and just use it as time to practice. You could, I do have the Square a Day challenge, so that's something that is now available at all times, and that has everything, so it makes it easier for you to learn as well. But it teaches you the squares, so you've got the squares that you can practice and build on. And discover, as you discover more crochet confidence, you'll know what it is that you enjoy making. Like, I can tell you now, I do not like making projects that involve a lot of thinking or a lot of color changes. They don't work comfortably for me. I don't find them calming. I'm okay doing them, but not all the time. And even squares, I still like, I've got a project, VVCal, you might have come across that. Love the squares, but I have to focus too much on a pattern, so I can't get lost in just the rhythm of the hook, which is what I find that I need and what is important for me, for my me time, to help me calm down. So, and I covered this in a Hook and Learn with my members recently. I've mentioned I do my Princess Day, and some of them are already doing their time. Like Leslie, she, as an example, likes to choose an album of music that she wants to listen to, and she sits there and she crochets her granny square blanket. Something that she doesn't need to think on, she can just do without, and just lose herself in the music and in the crochet. And Wendy does similar. She puts on a Spotify and she listens to music, or she'll put the cricket on and watch the cricket. So anything that's going to make you feel like you're being self-indulgent to you. It doesn't have to be an expensive exercise either. You don't need to go to a day spa and have a massage. To me, yes, the massages are relaxing, but the effort to get there and then get back and it's all unwound, that to me doesn't make a lot of sense. But so I'd like to know, or I'll encourage you to take some action over this next month. So I'm going to put these series out every month, and I encourage you to take some action. So I encourage you to find somewhere in the next couple of weeks. Don't leave it too late. My Princess Day is this weekend, so if you want to tag along with that, then by all means, start your own Princess Day or Queen Day or leave me alone day, whatever you want to call it. Give it a name, give it a title. Mine used to be me time, and then I realized that I'm a bit of a princess, so mine's a princess day. So schedule it in. Make yourself accountable to someone. So you can tag me in a DM or a story, and I'll keep you accountable. Let a friend know that you're going to do it so they can keep you accountable. Let your partner know if you've got one. And make it something that's regular time. So find a time that is going to work best for you all the time. And the other rule I have for me is I'm not allowed to do business work. The crochet I have to do is not blog related or Clubhouse related. It has to be something that is new. And I may actually get to start a new project this weekend because I actually finished my top. And if you're just starting out in crochet, so find a project. If you want to make crochet your me time, find a project that is going to calm you and is going to excite you to do. It's going to rejuvenate you. It doesn't have to be complicated. Go back to the basics. And if you're just starting out, find some time to practice beforehand so that you feel more confident in just allowing yourself that time. Or heck, just pick up a book and read that and build a little bit of, so make it a mix of some crochet time and then some reading time or watching Netflix time or whatever it is that you like to do that will also calm you. Take some time. I love to be out in the trees. Being outdoors in nature, I find rejuvenating. Take the crochet. Sit there and do it. It all counts. And you can join the Square a Day Challenge. Yes, we have accountability days, but we can now do it at any time that you want. And it's great for having those small little projects to practice on and learn from and do. But whatever your plan is, tell someone and stick to it. So anyway, I'm nearing the end of this square. I'm nearing the end of what I have down here. So I hope that this has been of some use to you. And I would love to know what resonated with you most. Do you get enough me time? Do you feel that the me time you're getting is adequate? Is it enough? What is your struggles with finding the time? Am I supposed to join another side? No. I'd love to know. Let me comment. I'm going to post the replay for this as well. So you'll have that, and it will go up on YouTube and my blog. So if you're watching the replay, #replay, that's always handy to know. If you need some simple squares to practice with or build your skill set on, then of course you've got the Square a Day Challenge to help you out. So you can go to thehookedonCrochetClub.com/Square a Day Challenge and you can sign up for that there. You can take that anytime and you'll get accountability in the group as well. We do have accountability days. So we're currently in accountability days and we've got more later in the year. So if you start and then you fall off, which is quite often what can happen, we learn how, we embrace that crochet time and then life gets in the way, which is why else I encourage you to put it in the calendar, because life gets in the way all the blinking time. But by having it in a schedule, allowing yourself that time, letting everyone else know, you're more likely to commit to it. And if you're watching the replay, remember to save, share and like this post, tag a friend, let everyone know, come and follow me because I will be doing these every month. And if you do have any questions or you want some guidance with getting some me time, then feel free to comment or send me a DM and I'll help. And take some action. Put it in the comments. If you want to take some action, put it in the comments and let us know what your action is going to be, and we'll help keep you accountable for it. Now, my next episode 2, I'll be live again. I like to do these live while I'm making these squares, so hopefully it just calms you listening and watching. Will be letting go of perfectionism, something that I think crochet is the perfect craft for teaching us to let go of perfectionism so that you can enjoy the craft that little bit more. Anyway, I'm going to weave in my ends and it has been lovely to sit here and crochet and chat with you, and I look forward to the next episode. All right, take care.